is what a wonderful thing is to believe in something. And what a wonderful thing to have something to grasp and believe. And very close to the last weeks of being ordained, and I was not ordained actually, a priest, my spiritual mentor asked me, what's the thing that you like most? And I remember that I never rehearsed the answer. And he asked me, what is the thing that you like most besides, live here with us all those years? And I said, without skip a beat, art. I love art. And then he said to me, my routine was 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of study, and 8 hours of leisure. The leisure could be comprehended in masturbation and everything between, but I was just trying to find my way. And I remember when he said art, and try to find a way to introduce yourself and dig and dive on art. And I started to meet Bolivian artists. I'm from Rio. I moved to Bolivia. I was supposed to spend 6 weeks. I fall in love with the country. I learned a new language, and I spent 7 years. And in those 7 years, the last 3 years was just the experience of meeting artists, musicians, painters, sculptors, every form, dancers. And the priest never asked me to bring them to the church. They just said, try to be happy. Try to be happy with this thing that you have in mind that is art. And I started to paint, I started to do ceramics. And when I said, there is something so wonderful if we can find something to believe. And I believe that art is my medium to bring joy to people. There's some stuff that I do that sometimes people look and they get a little bit uncomfortable, because when you see an object, you made an immediate lecture, or you transcode with the life that you had before. But everything that I do comes from a place of love. And there is always an explanation you can give that means not belligerence or something to create a discussion that's going to give people a bad rap. When people saw for the first time the Jesus thing, the Jesus with the mice and the cross, they transport for this art to be so offensive to the religion, and it's not really. I always thought that if you can accept animals, and if you can accept, like sometimes when you accept some people in your life will be totally different. And from this place of love and from this place of reclaiming material, I try to build this world of whimsical and fantastic stories behind every piece. And I'm very happy to be invited by Elvis and created by Malcolm to be here today and spread more the number of people that could become my friends. And not think about collectors especially, but everything is a very special place today, by the way. And it's a delicious moment for me to be here. Thank you very much. Thank you for this community of creative minds that plays in this amazing building and do amazing stuff for the past 3 years or so. Thank you very much. Any question, just feel free to, hit me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What was your first piece after you got out of the monastery?
My first piece in New York City actually is here. Affordable housing, the fish, the dry fish on a tin can. I used to work with, I take care of somebody that have Alzheimer's, and he was a real estate person, and he was going to the same building every day to ask for the rent. and the people, of course, paid the rent. And when I went to this apartment, with so many people living in one apartment, one bedroom, and I came with the idea to do the affordable housing. The second piece was the one on the floor, and it's just a combine of material, wood, and oh my God, you're here. I'm so happy to meet you in person. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Okay. And it's pretty much combines, and oh my God, that piece is closed. You should see this one. Everything is like a little something. The name of that piece is like the First Amendment Beach. And as I reclaim material, those people are complaining the rights of them to be happy. You know, if we have a magnified lens, you can read. They're saying that they should not be happy. That they should not be happy with this. You know, it's one of those things that you see how wonderful to be in the United States. You know, you can complain about everything and be happy doing it. So. This is something that I should.
That was a surprise. That
It was
fun.
a little surprise. Everything's like a little diorama. What else?
What else? There's so many questions. What do you guys have?
I have a question ever since I walked in, because I'm a native Hebrew speaker, and I noticed you have a lot of Hebrew texts.
I love to share this.
So I want to know a little.
Oh my God! I'm really happy that you asked me this. 12 years ago, my mother called me to tell me that she was Jewish. She kept this because she came from ground zero in Brazil. For over 380 years was Jewish persecution in a very specific areas in Brazil of people that escaped from the Inquisition in Portugal. And my mother called me to tell me because she was going to the beginning of her breast treatment, and she needed to pass it to someone, this information to someone.
So it had been passed along to her for many
It's a secret thing, because if somebody asks me today, I say, "Why you want to know?" You know, who's asking? And it's very interesting because through this very, very specific information that she just told me, but she didn't give me nothing else. And for at least 4 years, I was calling her, and she was just saying, "Why do you want to know more about the thing?" She literally said the thing, and she finally gave me the number and the email of my cousin. They have this whole family tree. And I was very happy a year ago to meet him and talk to him and see him exchange and cry. Because when I was in a monastery, this is very important for me to share, this part of the evening. When I was in a monastery, from the first experience all the way to the last experience, I was reaching out for priesthood. I felt very offended when I heard something that was derogatory against Jews. Without knowing that it was running my blood, I belong to the same line of Jewish people. But when my mother told me, I felt closure. Do you understand? And one day when I get off on 42nd Street and I walk all the way to my studio 57th, I found a prayer book on a trash. And this was before my mother told me. I got the book and I started to do art. I have this woman that came to my studio. She was very devoted Jewish. And I said, you should not do this because it's a profane to do this. And I said, but this was going to the landfill, this was going to the garbage. And I'm giving you life. And I'm very respectful with the words. I'm not burning. I wish I could actually show everything that I have to do with this Jewish connection in my blood and in my art. And thank you for asking, because I was eager to share this.
I noticed it in one piece, and I started reading the text, and I was wondering if you knew what the text was, but then I started to notice it everywhere. You have it all over the place. And do you know how to read the text?
I studied Hebrew when I was in university for 1 semester, but I'm dyslexic. It's very hard for me to read Portuguese, English, and Spanish. And I try my best to just go to grant how to fill it up. I don't. It's very hard for me to say.
So we should hang out. I can read the text.
There's a piece that is not. There's a piece that is not here. There's a Jewish guy from survived from the Holocaust came to my show in Paris. I made a cross and I over the cross and I gave him text. The heart in the center of the cross was this Shema Israel, and the guy came. And I say, you just choose the heart in the cross. And I can't believe it. It's, he said it was a mitzvah.
Depends who you would ask.
Huh?
Depends who you would ask. Some people would be very offended.
This guy was very actually. For him was amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that he translated the piece actually.
Fascinating. So in coming in contact with parts of your family and this Jewish heritage, what surfaced? What were there any rituals or traditions?
My mother was doing so much kosher things that she had no clue whatsoever. It was just stuff that was passing to her. And but when she started to see it, was just from me, it was very revealing. Last year when I was with my father and my mother in the living room, I have this on video because I didn't know that what they were going to say, and I wanted to have them talking. My father turned to her and said, "He never told me." She never even shared this with my father.
Wow.
But when people come from a place of a lot of suffering, a lot of persecution, they find a way to protect themselves the best ways they can. And for me, it's just one of those things that I'm still trying to find why. And I don't think I ever have the answer. But I was a very pain in the ass seminarist when I was in the monastery.
You were what?
Pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Because I was asking to the monks all the time, why this, why that, why this, why that. And one day, one of the priests said, this is not a, what they call the school from Jewish monks. Your behavior is like you're like a Hebrew school. You just need to memorize and know that that's the truth. And I said, why? And he was like
really, no Talmudic discourse.
I just survived 1 year in that place. I just survived literally 1 year in that place. And in the first day in that place after Navy, I was sent to this monastery. I heard something horrible and very derogatory from the priest. I lost my appetite. After the mass was the meal. And the priest said, I asked the priest, in the middle of the meal, why is it things about the Jews? And he said, why? And they got very pissed. They stopped to eat. They went to a place that they delivered the decision. They decided to keep me for a whole year. But in the second day, they decided to kick me out because I showed sympathy to Jews.
Wow.
I find out the truth behind this decision because I was a very good student. Believe me, I was really good. I did everything they asked me. 4 years after, I was just for a year there. 4 years after, I was in another church, and one of the priests that was in the room recognized me among the people. And he called me after the mass. And I said, I know that you probably have a big question mark in your head. What happened when they took you out? I said, yes, I was a good person. I have good grades. During the day when you asked the questions, I do it. It was very bizarre. I just stand up and laughed. And I said, did you sign your faith? And he said, it's ridiculous because the bad experience you can have just because you dive in. That's it. And you see exactly. Otherwise, it's just, I don't know, that's my story.